We're on. Hello guys, Jerry speaking. Welcome to LJPCBM, episode 1412, and today back to the OddGamer, The Haunted Mansion, episode number 33. Now, we're going to be at into Price Every Day, October, day number 6, 2023 edition. We just have to wait till one more episode, since we're doing a OddGamer episode of 4 hours of react episode. If you watch this, Lucas Bradley, Speed by and David. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait till next episode. So there we go on that. Anyway, as I'm taping this episode right now, I'm eating some Sun Chips Harvest Cheddar. We're gonna have this in the next episode of food reviews. So I'm gonna eat this and we'll react to this right now. Beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Wow. Wow. As I saw the Patreon exclusive members only OddGamer episode, I saw like, wow, it was haunted. Okay, let's continue on.
Thank you.
Wow. Hugs more like the sad face. Okay, let's continue on.
Hello, internet viewers. I'm the Fairly OddGamer. Well, for some bizarre reason, I've been stuck in a time warp in which every day is October, so
Wow.
I guess that has to mean... Oh, great. Alright, let's get this started.
Wow.
When the sun goes down and the moon rises, your frightful creatures start to emerge. Memorable franchises that could turn to the dark side with dying games that give you many chills. It is the right time for a reviewer to step in and shed some light on these so-called games.
Welcome, foolish viewers, to the Scary OddGamer.
Wow. Before we begin, hang on. Before we begin, look at his eyes. Jeez. Is it a little creepy or something like that? I don't know. Let's continue on.
Good evening, everyone. It is I, the Scary OddGamer. And as you can see, I've gone for a more classic approach this year. So how about I review games that are based on ghost stories and or horror folklore? Maybe something like, I don't know, The Haunted Mansion. For those who are not familiar, which is a small minority of you, then allow me to explain. The Haunted Mansion is, in my opinion, one of the greatest attractions in any of the Disney-owned theme parks. When the ride launched at Disneyland on August 9th, 1969, guests were astonished.
Wow, okay.
And amazed by the imagery as well as the overall spectacle. It had a combination of animatronics, optical illusions, full of creativity, and most importantly, imagination. Eventually, the ride would open in Walt Disney World, Disneyland Paris, and even Hong Kong Disneyland.
You got a point about Disney World there, Lucas, but, I was, for one, was scared the crap went out of me when it comes with, the Disney World attraction, Haunted Mansion. I was scared the flights out of me when it comes to that. I don't know what happened, but it was basically the creeps, you know? It was it was like haunted, you know? And the last thing I want to mention before we continue on, as it was going to mention earlier, because I saw this movie in theaters as a kid, you know? I was only 8 when this happened, you know, because it's going to make more sense. Continue on. Oh, before we continue on, there's a new one come out in theaters, so it's just make more sense. Anyway, let's continue on.
Being on a ride one time at the Magic Kingdom in Disney World back in 2004, when I was...
Wow. I was only I was all in 2005. I was only 10. Almost 10 when this happened. Continue on.
Years old. The only time I ever got scared in Disney World back in 2004, when I was 8 years old.
Wait, what? Hold on, Lucas. You were 8 in 2004? Okay. Well, I was... When you were born? Continue on.
The only time I ever got scared was when the lights went out, but only for a quick jump scare. But overall, it was still a fun experience. So when Disney hit pay dirt with the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, it was only fitting for this very ride to get a shot at the big...
Oh. Hang on.
Disney hit pay dirt with the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
It's pronounced Caribbean. Anyway. I saw some of them in VHS. I got one of them VHS, but not all of them, but on DVD. You know, let's continue on.
Fitting for this very ride to get a shot at the big screen. 3 times. The first being a theatrical release in 2003 with Eddie Murphy to star. The second in 2021 under...
Oh, which I'm not seeing. Okay, I saw Broad News a bit, that was it. Okay.
Featuring the Muppets, and finally the theatrical remake released this year with Tiffany Haddish and Lakeith Stanfield. Both the live-action theatrical versions weren't very well received, and neither of them really captured what the ride is. But it's pretty clear that the Muppet version is by far the superior version. Not only does it capture the true spirit of the ride, but it also brings their own personality to it. And come on, who doesn't love the Muppets? But about a month prior to the first movie release, there would be a video game tie-in to not the movie, but the ride itself. I'm of course talking about the Haunted Mansion for the GameCube. Is the game as good as the ride was based on? Let's find out. In addition to a sped-up Disney Interactive logo, we see the game was published by TDK Mediactive and developed by High Voltage Software, a company that would later develop...
Whoa. Give me a moment. Repeat that one more time.
The game was published by TDK Mediactive and developed by High Voltage Software.
Wait. High Voltage and software? Reference to AC/DC. High Voltage rock and roll. Continue on.
That would later develop another movie tie-in game, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Wow, okay.
We're getting into a cutscene where agreed by what else?
Ring guns, come out to socialize.
As a reference to my friend, Remix Plum and I did one time he and I did a sci-fi game, and he and I did Larry Sugar in it, and he was just doing this, seeing I don't know what it's called. Let me just show you this one quick. Let me just show you it one time. It was on Retro Night, and let me go ahead and search it up for you. I'm not gonna go ahead and then we'll continue on, okay? Retro Night and Remix Plum, okay? And I don't think it's on there, okay? I think I will get up, and the highlights I did from the sci-fi one time. Oh, hold on, let me search it up real quick. It's from October. Let me just look it up. No, I don't think it's from October. Let me look it up. A sci-fi search. I think it was this one. Okay. Let me click on that video. Remix Plum, if you watch this video. Anyway, let's click on this one. Here we go.
Alright, we got 1 hour left for the end of Retro Night here on Game On Live on Twitch. Welcome everybody to the show. Like I said, this is the flagship stream on Twitch, Game On Live. And as you guys know, this is a big return for everybody who missed Retro Night. And I'm back doing it for you again, for you all, and I missed doing it. And I'm glad to be doing it for you all tonight, as I'm streaming it on Game Show. So right now, let's go ahead and let's.
Oh, hang on. That wasn't what you said. Hang on.
I know that buzzing, that noise really gets on everybody. Trying to win this race, that's the key. Winning this race.
It's coming. I'm not gonna go over it in a few moments. But anyway.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to see.
If you want this remix for you, but anyway, I'm not gonna get off topic with this one. Let's just continue on.
And because it's supposed to be a movie tie-in game, you get to play as Eddie Murphy in this game, right? Wrong! You actually play as this guy named Ezekiel Holloway, a writer who had lost his parents during the Civil War, wanting to pursue his passion of becoming a well-renowned author. Desperately searching for a job, to help pay the bills, he reads a help wanted ad via newspaper looking for an assistant caretaker for the said Holland Mansion, which he finds on one October night in 1879. It's greeted by 6 friendly ghosts, which causes Zeke to faint in horror. After Zeke awakens, he then sees a familiar face.
Awakened now from troubled sleep, you find yourself where shadows creep. The mansion hides its history, but solve you will this mystery. I, child, am Madame Leota, speaker of the spirit world, medium of the mysterious, and secret things unseen.
She tells Zeke that the mansion was once home to many friendly ghosts, doesn't include Casper. But everything changed when an evil sorcerer named Atticus Thorne took over the mansion, corrupting all the spirits within the mansion in order to fulfill his evil deeds. And because of this, Zeke is the only one that's able to help the spirits get the mansion back. Not until he receives this lantern called the Beacon, powered up by Chaos Emeralds, Soul Gems. And Zeke is
Soul Gems? Hang on.
Sees this lantern called the Beacon, powered up by Chaos Emeralds, Soul Gems.
They're like jewelry. Continue on.
And Zeke is given one of them from Leota.
Kinda reminds me of something. Sonic Fans Working Day and Dark School Free right on my account, Lucho's Australia's Bad Video. That's what it sounds like. Continue on.
Luckily, Madame Leota will be in Zeke's satchel, providing a hint for each room he's in. And first up, we have the Great Hall. While it's technically not a tutorial level, it can at least help you out in getting used to the game's controls. You have the control stick to move, A to jump, B to perform actions like activating a light switch to light up a room, or breaking through those barriers that Thorne set up, but more on that later. You can also lock on specific enemies by holding L, and pressing R fires light projectiles at evil spirits from your beacon. And I absolutely love this thing because of it. So after Zeke illuminates the room via light switch, not as a ward off evil spirits, but you can also find shivered souls in certain objects and pull them into your beacon. And before I forget, you have a bravery meter which acts as the game's health meter. It can be increased by either eliminating a room, like we just saw, a Mumbo doll giving you a bravery boost, and a tonic to help you replenish your bravery meter. You can even find 10 fortune cards to gain extra life. Oh, and while collecting souls, you can even find torn pieces of a ghost's death certificate.
It's like a puzzle piece. Okay.
Pieces and give that certificate to the proper ghost, you'll earn a reward. I'll talk about it when I get to it. Eventually, you collect all the souls in a certain room, which will allow you access to another room, depending on how many souls it takes to unlock a new room by breaking Thorne's barriers. I guess you could say this game combines Luigi's Mansion as well as Super Mario 64, or something like that. By the way, I really like how the loading screens transform pieces of art from normal to haunted. Anyway, on to the next room, the foyer. It's here where you can save your game via grandfather clock. Also, may I remind you that while in the Haunted Mansion, everything is not what it seems. Logically, you go to any of the 2 staircases, but nope, a little touch causes each staircase to collapse. This pane looks a little crooked. Let me fix that. Nice. Wait, what's going on? Whoa, help! I'm trapped in a painting! Wait.
You know something? Come on to the Wizard of Oz Tornado Singer, where Dorothy goes like, yeah! Yeah! Do, 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 and just collapse, like, and we go to Oz. Something like that. Let's just continue on.
The painting is the portal that helps me get upstairs? Love it. Let's frighten away the ghosts of so many years ago with a little illumination. Ezekiel!
Is that somebody's spotlights or something? Wow.
There's also a painting that you think would let you in, but you need a key before you get access to it. We'll get to that later. Much later.
Oh. First time I said in the LJPCBM episode, he said much later. As in, hasn't explained my thing. Later. Much later. Continue on.
The next room, the conservatory. Not only you first encounter these spiders, but activating musical
Wait,
instruments.
hold on. Spiders?
Room, the conservatory. Not only you first encounter.
Wait. That makes sense. Okay.
Spiders, but activating musical instruments lets you walk or climb on books that make a path to the light switch. Yeah, did I mention this game also has puzzle solving? Because this game has puzzle solving. But yeah, turn on the lights and collect some souls. What's this? A book passage? Let's see what it says.
Years have passed since our defeat, but we do not sleep yet, and the plague has proven quite effective at reducing the Brotherhood's numbers.
So I can only assume that these passages give us more information about what's been happening within the Haunted Mansion. You know, when Atticus Thorne took over? In my opinion, it's best to listen to Thorne's narration of these passages because it'll at least give you an idea on his evil schemes.
Wait. 1348? We're even not even born yet. Continue on. Anyway.
Thorne's narration of these passages because it'll at least give you an idea on his evil schemes. There are some other rooms that have more passages from later years, but for the sake of this review, I won't really talk about them unless it's needed. And before I forget, after collecting every soul in the room, you can even interact with these ghosts. There's even some ghosts I could throw in a reference here and there.
I agree. It all sounds better when there's more cowbell.
I got a fever,
Wow.
and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Now here's
like this cowbell from the song, I can't remember what the song's called. Oh yeah, Mississippi Queen by Mountain. Continue on.
I'm interested in the game room. After defeating the giant spider, Zeke shrinks to the size of a billiard ball, and it's up to you to pocket all the billiard balls in order to activate the light switch, therefore eliminating the room. But here's the catch. The cue ball will always be aiming at you. So it's best to
ghosts are aiming at me. Continue on.
Coming after you. After collecting more spirits, as well as defeating more enemies, you'll then find the duelist ghost, as you show in the death certificate. Also, is it just me, or is he supposed to be a cowboy wearing Claude Rains Phantom mask from 1943? Oh,
you know something? Before I forget, my dad was a huge fan of the Western movies. Older Western movies. John Wayne was his favorite. So, it's just, he just liked to do these ghost difference in the 1930s difference. I mean, my cousin Leanne is a huge fan of horror movies, per se. Especially if she's watching, especially the fact that these ghosts might hitchhiking ghosts different. But here, on the other hand, it's just like, whoa. Continue on. Let's see.
Talk about the award as previously mentioned. Not only you get another soul gem for your beacon.
Another sound effect? Okay, makes sense. Anyway.
You also net 100 more souls, as well as a new beacon ability. By holding the fire button, you can now fire power shots to take out stronger enemies.
Okay.
Now, just for the sake of time, I'll mainly talk about the puzzles that Zeke has to solve for each room, if any. We now head to the next area of the mansion, the downstairs hallway. But before we explore, Madame Leota explains to Zeke about her time in the Haunted Mansion. When Leota entered the mansion in 1855, it was just around the time when the owners felt some evil presence. Unfortunately, she got ambushed as Atticus bound her within her own crystal ball, as she's seen today. Now, this room is a bit different because there's no light switch. It's just a series of doors that lead to more rooms, but you still have to defeat enemies along the way. Ah! Grubby hands! Oh, and did I forget to mention that
Hang on.
you still have to defeat enemies along the way.
That was an octopus, if you ask me. Continue on.
Hands! Oh, and did I forget to mention that the enemies have health bars? Because the enemies also have health bars.
Wow.
Speaking of which, we head over to the kitchen where we find Samara Morgan from The Ring. But then this happens.
Whoa! Whoa! Jump scare in style, man. Come on. Come on.
What was that? What?
Yeah. Your good guess as good as mine, Lucas, or Gamer, or whatever. Continue on.
This nightmarish thing is a banshee, a new enemy in this game. Her shrieks can actually damage you, so best to attack her with your power shots. After defeating her, an invisible spirit throws plates at you. But luckily, you can use the environment to your advantage by having these plates crash into balls of wine and therefore creating a trail leading to a furnace, resulting in the room's illumination. Not a light switch. The maze room is pretty much a maze with walls that move and create a limited view. However, you have to find 4 doors that lead to the light switch. On to the dining room, where the light switch is easy to reach. But once activated, the candles in the chandelier start floating around the room. It's up to Zeke to catch them in order to illuminate the room. Eventually, Zeke lights up the room after the chandelier lowers. But then we have the ballroom. After approaching the organ, it sends a strong enough wind to blow Zeke back against the wall.
Whoa.
You can use these spiderwebs to your advantage by aiding you against strong winds. After defeating the giant spider, the switch gets activated, resulting in the room's illumination. Well, it's also the first time Zeke encounters Atticus Thorn, making the ballroom dark again.
Whoa.
All you do is simply spam your beacon power shots at him until his health bar is depleted, while he randomly teleports himself to different areas of the room via fire. It's also here where you meet the organist.
Wait. Hold up.
To different areas of the room via fire. It's also here where you meet the
Is that a monster or something? Jesus, this is scary. Okay.
Do you smell something? There's a peculiar odor lingering about. It's not you, is it?
Wow.
No, I don't smell anything here. Like the duelist ghost, the organist gives you another soul gem.
Wow.
As well as 100 more souls and another new beacon power-up. This time you can fire ultra shots to destroy groups of enemies by holding fire past the power shot level.
In part, our situation here in the mansion benefits from understanding the beacon itself and its origins. The monks created it to ensnare and purify evil spirits for guidance to the afterlife. But in the wrong hands, it could be used to harm good spirits and cast them into the fiery depths of the afterdeath. Forming the Brotherhood of the Soul, they vowed to protect the beacon and the balance of the spirit world from the Order of Shadows ever after.
Moving on to the
The end. Anyway.
The Winter Garden. All Zeke has to do is get the water fountain to its proper gradings by turning
Slow down.
Vowed to protect the beacon.
Winter Garden.
Order of Shadows ever after.
The end.
To the next room, the Winter Garden. All Zeke has to do is get the water fountain to its proper gradings by turning a wheel until it stops. The garden.
Order of Shadows ever after.
Moving on to the next room, the Winter Garden. All Zeke has to do is get the water fountain to its proper gradings by turning a wheel until it stops, while avoiding falling pieces of the floor. Nothing less and nothing more. This leads to what's probably the most memorable location in the Haunted Mansion, the graveyard. Why, you may ask?
Wow.
Because it's the same area where we encounter the singing bus quartet.
Give me a
which
moment.
is the one thing I remember the most of.
Okay.
Because it's the same area where we encounter the in the Haunted Mansion, the graveyard.
Oh, wow. This had to be the most... Okay. If we're talking the graveyard, I was a huge, I miss people who were dead now, and I was in heaven now at the moment, but I'm just saying, this door is a graveyard? Okay, makes more sense. Continue on.
May ask? Because it's the same area where we encounter the singing bus quartet.
Wow.
Which is the one thing I remember the most in the ride. Besides Madame Leota, of course. It's also here where we first encounter skeleton warriors equipped with a shield and a few projectiles. So one of the singing bus tells Zeke to find the other members of his quartet scattered around the graveyard. And it's exactly what you do. Wake up the other quartet heads, but the order does not matter at all. If you do wake up one of the wannabe bus, so you have to start all over again. Luckily, if you mess up at the top and remember where the other two are, then you can just simply walk down the hill and wake up each bus from high tenor to baritone. Doing so causes the mausoleum to rise while also illuminating the graveyard. Oh, and the bus sing a graveyard melody about Brother Zeke.
Wow. Well, this had to be, like, let's go, boo! Continue on. Anyway.
Hey gamer, how's it going?
Shh, not now, Hawks. I'm trying to listen.
I'm sorry, dude. Whoa.
You know something? I think kind of reminds me of, let's just say, okay, kind of like the Jim Steinman and in the musicals business. Continue on.
Gamer? I never thought I'd be this touched by a performance like that. Hey, wait a minute. Is that the Haunted Mansion?
Why, yes, Hawks. Yes, it is. Are you not all familiar with the ride of the movies?
I am familiar with both, yes. I actually saw a 2003 movie not too long ago, but I was...
Which I saw in theaters as a kid, years ago, Hawks, but, long story short, Hawks, I never saw the 2021. I saw my former boss Travis Morrison one time, and then meanwhile, I haven't seen the Disney Plus one yet. Just key the information right there. But then another thing I want to mention before I continue on, I just want to mention that. But just I said it once, and I say it again. I was scared the crap out of me. I was in 2005 in the Haunted Mansion, and there's one other Haunted Mansion, one from the Orange Gaming Channel, thinking there is going to be a game from Crossing Road Disney Edition. Continue on.
I'd like to go on the ride because of, well, anyway. By the way, I love the jacket you're wearing.
Well, thanks, Hawks. Also, I think I may have left an outfit for you, too. I think you might like it.
Really?
Huh.
Oh, thanks, dude. I can't wait to see it. Later, dude.
Wow.
Now, where was I? Oh, yeah, the music. The music in this game is actually pretty good. It fits the overall atmosphere as well as each of the game's environments. By the way, the music used for the pause menu is as catchy as all get out.
Wait. Pause moment? Okay, let's continue on. Anyway. Wait. Dance moment? And why is he wearing short? Okay, whatever. Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, that was done by a barbershop quartet from Disneyland known as the Dapper Dans. And fun fact, they're also the voice of the singing bus for not only the original ride, but also for the 2003 movie. And while we're at it, the voice acting is also pretty good. We have a great...
You know, I was remembering the 2003 movie as well, especially 1990, Disneyland Fun song. I remember this back in 1990, a little teeny tiny kid seeing Disneyland Fun, and then boo, when we go, and then it was a Melissa review. Oh, not Melissa review, but Mr. Evil review from one of my good friends, Inspiration Bob Show. And one time, Bob showed hated Marissa. He's walking the theater and never saw it again. Ever. Let's continue on.
Baker as Zeke, Lisa Donahue as Madame Leota, and is stormed by Ludwig von Drake, Corey Burton, and they hit...
Oh, I see. Also, he did, Captain Hook from the people that turned that one.
Ghost?
Hey there, Philip. Could you use a little company?
Hello, Bill Farmer.
Bill Farmer! Oh, wait, remember, I met him before! He was at MobileCon one time with me. As a kid, you know. I met these two in 20. I remember these two right before at MobileCon in 2022. One time I have been seeing these two legends in 2020. Yeah. As I get to that area, oh yeah, Bill Farmer was when I first met him, it was Goofy. He was and Pluto. I haven't seen him as Pluto at MobileCon, but he did Goofy. And he signed my autograph as Mr. Rogers one time, but he just took a picture of me in my Mickey Mouse shirt and shorts. That was it. And then I went with my long hairdo. But that was basically it. My shoes. Fun fact about my shoes. In November 2022, I just realized that my shoes weren't there anymore because I had slipped over these shoes while I was walking in the middle of nowhere, thinking, "Oh my god, I had to slip over nowhere." Thinking, I wasn't paying attention, didn't know what to do, but this guy right here. Okay, let me tell you brief before I finish off my story about Bill Farmer and Jason Marsden. Okay. I did met Jason as Tino for the Weekenders. I grew up with him very well. He was a great legend. To me, Max, Magoof, but he did also voice Tino Tarantini for the Weekenders. And he signed my autograph thinking, and two of my DVDs, thinking, "Hi Luke, later days, Tino." That was basically it. Continue on. Before I continue on, one more thing. And he did one more DVD. Hi Luke, come see the Chum Bucket, Tino. That was it. Okay, now for real. Continue on.
So before heading out back to the hallway, let's check out the mausoleum. As Zeke enters a spear-looking hall, he has to survive a 3-minute enemy rush, which involves a new gargoyle enemy as well as a few sidekick enemies. As we head on back to the hallway, we head on over to our next room, the pantry. Zeke's pain adjustment results in a portal opening as he travels from one realm of the room to another and repeats until he finds a switch to illuminate the room. Or fight Atticus Thorn for a second time.
Oh
Instead of the
yeah!
previous battle, only now Atticus throws fireballs at you. Anyway, you collect more souls and you find the beheaded knight. And it's the same as the last two. You show him the death certificate, earning you another soul gem, 100 more souls, and a new beacon power-up. Because the beacon has enough room for 3 ranges of attack, this new power-up increases the power of your rapid shots by shooting 3 blasts instead of 1. And now you grant access to the upstairs hallway, which is the last hallway to find in the game. Like the downstairs hallway, the other will give Zeke more details about Atticus Thorn. And this one, in my opinion, is the most valuable. We all know that we're up against Atticus Thorn, even though we already fought him 2 times. But it turns out that he's the Grand Master of an evil organization called the Order of Shadows, and has survived for centuries by devouring every soul he bends.
Though not as powerful as he was in life, he is growing stronger and has amassed a legion of evil spirits and followers to help him achieve his ultimate goal, the utter annihilation of the afterlife. Unfortunately, the hopes of the Brotherhood have all but died with the owners of the mansion and my own imprisonment. This is why we need your help, Zeke. We cannot let Thorn succeed.
That diabolical fiend! He must be stopped at once!
Wow.
As you traverse the upstairs hallway, there's still more rooms to explore. So let's go to the study first. Looks like we have to solve another puzzle. This time you have to step on these round carpets in order to make furniture pieces like bookshelves, desks, and chairs, among others, move in order to lead the path to the light switch above the cupboard. It may sound easy, but you have to step on the correct carpets in order to find the right path. Oh, and I forgot to mention that some of these evil spirits are not frightened by light. So not only do you have to collect more souls, but you'll have to defeat every enemy you encounter. On to the trophy room, where you have to avoid fireballs being thrown at you from the fireplace. Luckily, you have shields that can protect you from said fireballs. Plus, these fireballs can help defeat enemies, as well as help lighting up these pitchforks to help illuminate the room. It's also here where you first encounter these night ghosts with a double bit axe. Moving on, we have the toy room. Zeke opens up a toy chest as he once again shrinks down to toy size. But this time, Zeke has to walk and hop by a path of blocks on a ball in order to reach the light switch. Apparently, this level really wants to test you on how much momentum you put onto the ball while walking. Depending on how you view it, you'll either love the level or absolutely despise this level. We then head on to the next room, the sunroom. In this room, you have to arrange the mirrors and shine light onto this gyroscope, therefore lighting up the room.
I see.
That is until Atticus Thorn shows up for yet another boss battle. In addition to hurling a fireball, now you can throw 3 small fireballs, just like Zeke's triple beacon blast. But yeah, defeat Atticus again and collect more souls in order to find the opera singer ghost. And like the other ghosts, that certificate, collect the soul gem, add 100 more souls, and another power-up which improves your power shots by shooting 3 blasts in a spiral. While exiting the sunroom, Leona tells Zeke that she had a gift of communicating with the spirit world only to be used by Atticus and his Order of Shadows. Thankfully, she was rescued by monks and was awakened from the 2 evil forces, resulting in her joining the Brotherhood, also known as the Brotherhood of the Souls.
Okay.
Zeke finds his sitting room where he has to chase the light switch back to its proper place and nothing else. In the children's room, Zeke walks into a closet where he has to survive a linear gauntlet with Leona guiding you. With the Dark Reaver behind Zeke, he has to survive by perfecting the Joestar family secret technique.
This never gets old. Oh, and also, Phil Lamar, who did that voice, he also voiced Carver over the weekend. Let's continue on.
But thankfully, one wrong turn makes you lose the Dark Reaper. That is until exiting the closet, and he has to defeat said Dark Reaper in order to eliminate the room. And now we're off to the museum!
Museum?
Wow.
What museum?
This museum. You have to endure 5 glowing stages
Toy
of
Story
diverse
2
approach
references. Let's continue on.
forward without walking in front of a knight. If you do, the knight will start hurtling towards you, and you automatically go back to the beginning of the board. So timing is everything if you want to get through these knights. Once you do, then run toward the light switch and illuminate the room. On to the next room, the parlor. Like the study, you have to step on circular carpets to move around objects. Only this time, it's the walls that have to be rearranged, which will lead you to the switch. But the confusing thing about it is how much you have to arrange the walls in order to get it right. Sometimes it'll even get to a point where your brain's about to explode. What else can I say except,
This is a puzzle.
I know it's not
Wait. Puzzle plays? How'd you get here?
but it was the only one I could think of. I mean, you could exit the room and come back if you're stuck. Eventually, you make your way to the light switch and illuminate the fireplace. Him again? It's literally the same thing he did in the last battle.
Wow.
So really not much to talk about here. Also, you'll find the old lady goes on her rocking chair.
Oh, did I see another rat?
Wait, is that Minnie's voice actress?
Would you like it?
Mini Valves, okay. The late Rusty Taylor. Yeah, if you watch this remix, rest in peace to Rusty Taylor. I did talk to you about yeah, I should say this twice, but anyway. Say rest in peace, Rusty Taylor on my Facebook group, and he thanked me for this and posted on the Cartoon Explosion, which he and I created Facebook group on Discord server, which, by the way, it was tragic events. Continue on.
Cup of tea, love. No.
Oh my gosh, it is! It is Minnie Mouse voicing her! Or
Yeah! Yeah, I was totally right. Rusty Taylor. Speaking of Rusty, she also voiced Baby Gonzo and Muppet Babies in original, not the revival, because she passed. But yeah, I don't know if she did DuckTales in the time, but she also did something more unique besides Minnie Mouse. Let's continue on.
her voice actress at the time being the late Rusty Taylor. And of course,
Yes, that's what I just said, gamer.
the last soul gem,
Wow.
another 100 souls, and the last beacon power-up.
Wow.
An enhanced ultra shot that can destroy even more enemies. I wonder if the gallery holds any of the game's bonus features. Hey, there is! More puzzle solving! Yay!
Yeah. I like to solve the puzzle. This thing. Continue on. Anyway.
In this one, you have to change all the evil paintings to good by walking past them to turn the lights on. Also, you can even walk behind the paintings to get from one area to another. It's actually pretty cool. And now we move on up to the highest floor possible where 2 rooms stand before us. Let's go to the observatory. After scanning the tower, you turn the handle as the observatory breaks apart, sending you to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
Wow.
What you do is platform your way to the switch via floaty jumps. I mean, it is space after all. And believe it or not, one of the ghosts actually says this.
The princess is in another castle.
Wow.
Who voiced him? I wonder who said that.
It finally happened. Disney reference Mario! Remember my Super Mario?
Charles Murray, who's now retired. If you watch this Billy remix, for you guys, continue on.
When I stated that the Baldo pills were handled by Mickey himself? Well, now I come across a Disney theme in which a ghost say the infamous line from Toad in the original Super Mario Brothers. It's literally come full circle. Give Disney another chance on Mario. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be a movie. It can be like one of these shows you find on Disney Plus. Just give Disney another chance on Mario.
Thank you, gamer. Thank you, Lucas. Much appreciate this. I agree 1,000,000%. I just want. Oh my God, what is this? There's a reference to Mario? How is he okay with that? It made more sense. Continue on.
Last, we have the attic. While fighting every enemy imaginable, you have to turn 3 cranks to raise the chandelier to the ceiling and therefore illuminate the room. After collecting the last of the remaining souls, we see the pirate's ghost. Unlike the other ghosts, the pirate gives Zeke his ring. Oh, remember the so-called key that Leota talked about in the foyer? Well, it turns out that the ring is the key to opening the painting, and that's exactly where he goes next. But like the other ghosts, you do net the last 100 souls, making the grand total...
Wait. Nearly close to 1,000?
Next. But like the other ghosts, you do net the last 100 souls, making a grand total of 999 collected souls. Well, let's do some math.
It's getting close to 1,000. Well, speaking of which, Billy and I remixed this stream one time. We did Super Mario Brothers movie live special live stream at the time, and he and I we just talked about some baseball game on the Nintendo Wii, and the only points you can get away is 99 points. That's it. And the modification was not that far to win the game. Watch this, Billy. It's for you. Continue on.
Here. As mentioned before, each friendly ghost you encounter nets you 100 souls, making it 600. Subtract that from 999, and that means you collected 399 hidden souls after illuminating each room. But
Jeez!
if you were to divide that number by the 17 rooms in which you have to find the scattered souls, then that would make an average of at least 17 souls per room. Phew, that's a lot of math to get through.
Wow. Hang on. Thank you. Continue on.
Eventually, you make your way to the foyer, open the secret painting door. As you make your way to, oh hey, it's the stretching room, the first room in the ride.
Is this haunted room actually stretching?
Thank you.
First room in the ride.
Is this haunted room actually stretching?
Thank you. Jesus. Continue.
Or is it your imagination?
I do want to point out that
Barney references? Continue on.
as a stretching room, there are other rooms in this game that actually match some rooms from the original ride, like the ballroom, the dining room, the endless upstairs hallway, the seance room by the great hall where you'll find Madame Leota, the attic, and of course the graveyard.
Sorry, I've been sneezing while I was taping this episode, but continue on.
The mausoleum, the conservatory, and the foyer are actually taken from the 2003 movie.
Yeesh.
You believe that? As for the remaining rooms, including the Great Hall, all these rooms were only made for the game. I really like how each room intertwines with one another, making the mansion feel more complete. because you can't really tell which ones are from the ride and whatnot. And that's
Well.
what makes it more interesting in my opinion.
Yes.
Anyway, in this game, the stretching room serves as the entrance to the Vault of Shadows, as you only face Atticus's worms. However, you actually first encounter them in the pantry.
Worms.
Oh, so boring.
And this, of course, leads to the Vault of Shadows, which is the final area of the game. It's here where you encounter Atticus Thorn for the final time, after revealing his plan to take over the afterlife.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Of the living.
Why settle with conquering the realm of the dead, when the land of the living is practically within my reach? No more of this confusing life after death nonsense. I'm afraid from now on, it's just death, and more death.
Wow.
Atticus snatches the beacon away from Zeke as Atticus uses the soul gems to reveal his true form. A giant worm-like creature with arms and legs. Honestly.
Jeez! I'm sorry, I have allergies here. But this is creepy! Continue on.
That is the scariest thing I've ever seen in any game I've played. Even scarier than that Banshee. With the power of the beacon, Z decides to use Madame Leota as the beacon's power source. And as the ghost host once said, there are 999 happy haunts.
But there's still room
Wow.
for at least one more.
And of course, this leads to the final boss fight against Atticus Thorn, now as a creepy worm. Not only does he spit out fireballs, but he also blinds Zeke with a giant soul gem on his stomach. But like every boss fight in this game, all you do is simply spam your beacon blast at Thorn while dodging his projectiles until his health drains to 0, therefore defeating Atticus Thorn. Or so you may think, because he breaks the floor, falling into a lava cavern. But you have to do the same thing as before, except you now have to avoid blooper-like tentacles and jump over any gaps. Eventually,
It's like an octopus! Okay.
Or once and for all, as he gets submerged in flames. Only for Zeke to pass out for a bit. But thankfully he's not dead as he emerges victorious and greeted with cheers and happiness from the friendly ghost. But where's Leota? Oh, never mind, she's still here. Thank goodness for that. Zeke sets all 999 spirits free as they move on to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. As light returns to the Haunted Mansion, Zeke is now employed as caretaker of the estate, continuing to live in harmony with the remaining ghosts along with Madame Leota. While at the same time, he then pursues his dream as a rider under Leota's guidance.
Only many years later did I come to understand how on that dreary October afternoon when I first opened the door to that haunted mansion, I had opened the door to the rest of my life.
Wow.
I'm actually glad the game ends with a singing buzz rendition of Grim Grinning Ghost as heard in the ride. Again, it makes it feel more natural. Wait, what? Beating the game in either normal or nightmare mode gives you access to secret codes? How and why did I not know about this? Well, from what I've gathered, beating the game in normal mode lets you unlock secret codes for upgrading your weapon and invulnerability. As for beating the game in nightmare mode, you get a level select code? Are you kidding me?
Jeez!
Unfortunately, I'm not even going to bother because playing it one time is enough for me.
Yeah.
What did I think of the video game Time of the Haunted Mansion? I actually enjoyed it. Even if you've never been to the Haunted Mansion in any of the parks, I think this game is a good way to cover that. Visually, it looks amazing. Combining original runes with runes from the ride and even from the 2003 movie makes it even more authentic. I love when a game uses elements from its source material and being able to transform it beautifully in game form. The character models look alright, but not that memorable in my opinion. The overall gameplay is pretty good. I understand that the only combat you have is the beacon, which isn't really that much, but I really love using the beacon power-ups that you use to defeat swarms of enemies. Even some of the puzzles have their own set of challenges, which I actually enjoy for a game like this. Most if not all of them are executed brilliantly, while some of them can get confusing at times. The overall music and sound in this game is pretty good as well, including the voice acting. Overall, The Haunted Mansion is a pretty good game, and I think you'll definitely get a kick out of it if you're a longtime Disney fan, who is also a big fan of The Haunted Mansion, whether it's the ride or even the 2003 movie. So yeah, give it a try when you get a chance. But we're not done yet. The haunting hour has just begun. Until then, I'm the Scary OddGamer, wishing you all good luck for the rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Take care, everyone.
Wow.
Hey dudes, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon. And make sure you follow us on social media. Video commission is available.
Oh, now it's on X. It just thank God it was there. Okay, continue on.
And now, I wish a character buddy would end off the video right now.
Halloween. The holiday I enjoy the most. At least it would be if that idiot Jack Skellington didn't hog all the attention. Seriously, what's so special about that bone brain?
Wow.
Oh well, at least that silly OddGamer knows that I, Oogie Boogie, should get all the attention I rightfully deserve.
Wow. Wow. Oogie
And on
Boogie.
that note, perhaps you should give him some attention on Patreon. You get to have perks like early access to his reviews,
Wow.
a behind-the-scenes look at recordings and title
Wow.
odds, and best of all, monthly shoutouts from yours truly.
Jeez.
Oh, and some other guys too, but who cares about those losers, am I right?
Well,
Anyway, this time the shoutout goes to Luke Jeffers, our special guest of honor.
thank you. Thank you, Oogie Boogie. Much appreciated. Anyway.
Lock, Shock, and Barrel to stop by for trick-or-treating later. And you'd better have some candy for them, or I'll have to stop by myself. Happy Halloween!
So that was the Fairy Odd Gamer Haunted Mansion episode. Although Haunted Mansion episode Fairy Odd Gamer was there late, and though it wasn't bad to be finished overall, it was amazing. So far, it was a belated Halloween episode of Fairy Odd Gamer, but it was successful overall. No episode to be asked for 1,412. Hope you, enjoy it. Stay tuned. Next is going to be LJPCBM number, LJPCBM number 1,413, which will be about Price Every Day October episode number, gotta think here. Oh yeah. 6, 2023 edition. Till next time, this is Joseph Bobby Baby. You can watch the rest of the show. Say out. See ya.
Given unto me this life I'll never take for granted, and given all the time I failed to really understand it, I never sought to meet the maker of reality, the one who gave the life that which is always happening, but I tried all the time. I ask, why me? Why was I the one to see things as I do under the moonlight and the sun? Perception is the question, and the giver holds the key.